Hello, my name is Dr. Kimberly Levitt, and I'm a developmental behavioral pediatrician at the University of Michigan. I'm honored to present on behalf of our team the results of our study entitled Remote and Hybrid Schooling During COVID-19, Associations with Child Behavior and Sleep. At the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in spring 2020, 55 million children in the United States were impacted by the transition to remote or computer-based learning. In addition, families have experienced multiple stressors during the COVID-19 pandemic, including financial changes, isolation, and loss. Prior work examining family adjustment in spring 2020 found heightened child anxiety and depression, worsened child behaviors, including increased hyperactivity and conduct symptoms, and child sleep problems, including delayed bedtime, increased sleep onset latency, and delayed rise time. In addition, previous studies found worsening parental mental health, including parenting stress and depression. Survey research conducted by the CDC in October to November 2020 found that families receiving remote or hybrid instruction had lower parental and child well-being compared to families receiving in-person instruction. In contrast to prior work, which occurred towards the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, our study sought to examine differences in parent and child well-being in winter 2021 in a single state in which some school districts have returned to in-person instruction, while others remained remote or hybrid. In addition, we sought to examine mechanisms underlying child behavioral challenges and sleep patterns. Therefore, our objectives were: 1, assess the prevalence of child behavior, academic, and sleep concerns, as well as parent stress and depression symptoms during COVID-19. 2, test associations of parent-child well-being and child school format. And 3, examine effect moderation by child race ethnicity and material hardships. For this cross-sectional survey study, 305 parents of elementary school-age children living in Michigan in February to March 2021 completed online surveys regarding child school format, behavior, learning-related experiences, and sleep, as well as parent stress and depression symptoms. Multivariable linear and logistic regression analyses examined associations of school format with child and parent outcomes. In our sample, children were 5 to 10 years old, with 27.8% underrepresented minority race ethnicity. Per parental report, 27.7% of children attended school in person, 12.8% received hybrid instruction, and 59.5% received remote instruction. Regarding child behavior and emotional symptoms, children receiving remote instruction exhibited more hyperactivity, more peer problems, and more total behavioral difficulties compared to children receiving in-person instruction, as well as higher conduct problems and total behavioral difficulties compared to children receiving hybrid instruction. Of note, associations of remote learning with child behavioral difficulties were stronger for children without material hardships. Regarding children learning related experiences, children receiving remote instruction were less likely to show academic motivation and social engagement, and more likely to show schoolwork defiance compared to children receiving in-person instruction. While levels of parent depression symptoms were high, parent depression symptom scores were not significantly associated with school format. Lastly, parent stress scores were not associated with school format in bivariate or multivariable models. In summary, in this cross-sectional survey of Michigan parents in winter 2021, elementary school children enrolled in remote learning experienced greater behavioral, learning-related, and sleep difficulties compared with children receiving in-person instruction. Also, children with material hardships showed more behavioral challenges overall, but less associated with school format. Limitations of this study include its cross-sectional nature, convenient sample, and potential for single reportable bias due to reliance on parent-reported child behaviors. In conclusion, as parents and educators make decisions about school format, we encourage them to consider the behavioral, emotional, and sleep-related difficulties young children experience when trying to participate in online instruction. Thank you very much.